Today, we'll join Barbara O'Neill to dive into a familiar yet essential topic, gut health. According to the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, over 70 million people in the United States suffer from digestive issues. That's nearly 1/4 of the population. If you're like me and over 40, this is all the more reason to focus on gut health, as our bodies undergo significant changes as we age. Gut health influences nearly every aspect of our lives, from our immune system to our mood. It's crucial to understand how your digestive system impacts overall wellness and how to build a healthier gut. In this lecture, Barbara O'Neill will guide us through why feelings of fatigue and low energy might stem from poor gut health, along with practical steps you can take to improve your digestion. Stay tuned until the end.
So what would cause a weakening in the production of hydrochloric acid? Drinking with the meals. You see, digestion is a chemical process, and that whole reaction I just showed you only happens in an acid environment. If people are drinking with their meals, it waters down the acid so you don't get that connection. And it's an American habit, isn't it? Certainly an Australian habit. Michael and I go to a restaurant and the waiter, what's the first thing he asks? What will you drink? No, we won't have anything to drink. Oh, we'll just bring you water. Now, if we say no, thank you, every waiter in the restaurant is coming to us. You don't have water? We let them put the water there. Okay, it just keeps them quiet. I think it's because people are so busy, they've got no time and they sit to eat. Oh, I haven't drunk. And then they drank water. And a lot of people think they'll just wash the food down. Wash the food down, they basically wash all their digestive enzymes away. We should be stopping water ideally half an hour before the meal, resume about an hour and a half after the meal. That hour and a half allows time for those digestive enzymes to start their breakdown. If someone's thirsty after a meal, by all means have a mouthful. But large fluid with the meal will water it down. Also, when people are eating every couple of hours, you see, we have one stomach. And that stomach, there's much research to prove this, that one stomach takes 3 to 4 hours to digest. And then that stomach loves a 1 hour rest. So what's that between meals? That's 5 to 6 hours between. Surely not for children. Do you know they've got the same digestive tract? And you might have noticed, I worked out very early, children say they're hungry when they're bored. Have you noticed? And often, when a hunger pang is experienced between meals, it's often dehydration. One day my son Peter came to me and said, Mum, the water's not doing it anymore. I looked at my watch and said, great, it's lunchtime. When the water's not doing it anymore, it usually is time. It is time to eat.
Stomach acid, specifically hydrochloric acid, is like the unsung hero of our digestive system. It doesn't just break down food, it activates essential enzymes that keep the stomach functioning efficiently. But did you know that when this acid level decreases, it can lead to more than just bloating or indigestion? Even your ability to absorb nutrients can take a hit. There are several factors behind this decline. One major reason is natural aging. As we grow older, the production of stomach acid tends to decrease. Stress, another common culprit, shifts the body's energy away from digestion, reducing the stomach's effectiveness. And let's not forget certain medications, such as antacids or proton pump inhibitors, which can lower stomach acid levels over time when used frequently. This highlights why it's so important to be mindful of these factors and take steps to support a healthy digestive system. Curious about how you can improve your stomach health? Stay tuned as we explore practical tips in the next section.
But you can see if stomach is not acid enough and pepsin can't break down protein, then protein comes into the duodenum and trypsin and chymotrypsin, they just start the breakdown and they should be finalizing the breakdown. At every stage, every organ's role is very important. And if the person ate too fast and didn't give time for the ptyalin to begin starch digestion, an undigested starch gets to the pancreas, pancreatic amylase starts the breakdown, whereas it should be finishing it. Most of your nutrients are absorbed before you get halfway through the small intestine. So from the last part of the small intestine, it's really just roughage. And when the contents of the small intestine gets into the large colon, it's usually mostly liquid. But let's go back to where the food's absorbed, which I call the grand finale of digestion. The small intestine is lined with villi that look like this. And as I showed this morning, that villi should have a thick turf wall. And that thick turf wall around it is made out of mostly Lactobacillus acidophilus and Bifidobacterium. There are trillions of microbes in there, but they're the two main ones, and from them most of them are made. And these bacteria is responsible for the final breakdown, the final touches of digestion. They're particularly important for the release of the B vitamins. That bacteria is also important for the absorption of your nutrients across and into the blood. And of course this villi has capillary networks all through it. That thick turf wall, those microbes, are responsible for protecting the blood, wrong colour, protecting the blood against harmful pathogens that might be in the gut. And those microbes are responsible for nourishing the cells that line the gastrointestinal tract. No wonder I call it the grand finale of digestion. How do you know if the gut's working right? Let me give you a story of a man that came to our health retreat with his wife. He was 68, his wife was 67. I said, "What is your reason for coming to our retreat?" He said, "I'm here to accompany my wife." I said, "Right." I said, "How many bowel movements do you average a day?" Because I did a health assessment on him. He said 6. I said, "Oh, that's a lot." He said, "Yes, I've got irritable bowel." I said, "Oh, are you on medication?" "Yes," and he listed the anti-inflammatories and the cortisones. He said, "Yes, recently the doctor said I can do no more for you." I said, "Oh." And then I looked at what he ate. He loved bread, he loved meat, he loved dairy, and he loved sugar, and he loved a couple of scotches every night. You see, when you're healing an irritated gut, this is what you've got to do. Number 1, stop all the irritants. What are the irritants? Wheat, dairy, in fact, all the things he was having. Refined sugar, alcohol. All of these foods are like kerosene to a fire to an irritated gut. And he was having lots of them. Number 2, probiotic. Probiotic is for life. And that cortisone that he was on, it can break down that gut flora. The very thing he was taking to supposedly heal him, it wasn't at all. All it does is stop the gut being inflamed. And on all that medication, he's going 6 times a day. And number 3, there is a herb called slippery elm.
In addition to avoiding harmful factors and incorporating probiotics, building a healthy diet is the golden key to restoring and maintaining gut health. This isn't just about choosing the right foods, it's about creating a lifestyle that fully supports your digestive system. First, prioritizing natural, unprocessed foods, especially those rich in fiber, is a non-negotiable step. Fiber not only serves as food for beneficial gut bacteria, but also helps cleanse the colon and reduce the risk of chronic diseases. Incorporate daily servings of fruits like apples, pears, and bananas, vegetables like broccoli, carrots, and sweet potatoes, as well as legumes and whole grains into your meals. But it doesn't stop there. Fermented foods such as yogurt, kefir, kimchi, and sauerkraut are your digestive system's best friends. These foods are packed with live probiotics, beneficial bacteria that restore gut microbiota balance, support digestion, and boost immunity. A morning glass of kefir or a side of kimchi with dinner not only adds flavor to your meals, but also provides immense benefits for your gut health. Hydration is another cornerstone of a healthy digestive system. Drinking enough water daily keeps stool soft, prevents constipation, and facilitates the transport of nutrients throughout the body. A simple tip is to make water consumption a regular habit throughout the day, rather than waiting until you feel thirsty. Lastly, gut health cannot be optimized without stress management. Chronic stress can disrupt bowel movements, upset the balance of beneficial bacteria, and lead to digestive issues such as irritable bowel syndrome, IBS. To manage stress, try yoga, meditation, or even just spend 10 minutes a day relaxing and focusing on your breath. These habits not only improve your mood, but also create a favorable environment for your digestive system to thrive. Remember, gut health is the foundation of overall well-being. Every small change you make today will yield tremendous benefits for your future.
So what this colon needs, and we looked at that a little bit today, it needs fibre. Your vegetables are your highest fibre food. Vegetables are high in fibre, high in minerals, low in sugars. Whereas fruit is high in fibre, but it's high in sugars and low in minerals. So your healing foods are more your vegetable foods. One of the main functions of the colon is to take water out, so stools are formed. So it's very important to drink adequate water, so your colon doesn't have to take too much water out to form the stools. So what happens if a person is only going once a day? How can they encourage their colon to go more? Choose a high fibre diet, make sure they're well hydrated, make sure they're exercising. What if they're doing all of that and they're still only going once a week? And I've met some people that are. Or usually when they start that, they'll start going at least 3 times a week. The cells in our body develop habits, and often the colon has developed a habit. So it's actually, even though you're doing everything right, it's in the habit of not going. So there are herbs that'll revive colon function. And the herb tea mix that we are serving you, we call it colon tea, because these herbs specifically, directly affect the function of the colon. And this is the recipe: 1 part cascara, 2 part licorice, and 3 part buckthorn. Licorice is a root, and buckthorn and cascara are barks. So they all need a gentle simmer. So of that mix, you mix it together in a jar, and the recipe is 1 teaspoon of these herbs to 1 cup of water. And then there is a gentle simmer. And you would simmer them for, say, 10 minutes. And the dose is, most people, 1 cup a night will do. If a person's a bit more frequent, half a cup at night. Only in about 3 cases have I ever met people that would need 3 cups a day. But not forever. These herbs, if continually taking, it gets to the point where you have to take less and less and less. Your body's guide basically is your body's response. Or your guide is your body's response. This is the only tea that I know that acts like a laxative, but it's not addictive, because eventually you'll go so much you won't need to take it. Again, at the same time, you've got to eat the fibre, be well hydrated, have most of your food at breakfast and lunch, eat lightly at night. On Wednesday night, we're going to be looking at a poultice lecture and you can put castor oil compresses on the abdomen, and that penetrates deep and can help to break up any lumps in there. Also, at our health retreat in Australia, we have a colonic irrigation system, and that's very good at starting to clean out the colon and get it moving a little bit better. All that is warm water going in and coming out again, so it basically just softens old build-up. Now, as I mentioned to you this morning, another important point is the proper position when you sit on the throne to evacuate, to allow this red muscle is called puborectalis. And puborectalis is there to prevent us being incontinent with our colon. And I'll recap what I went through this morning for the sake of the film, and also repetition deepens the impression. So when a person is sitting on the throne like this, puborectalis remains firm, so it's holding still up the colon. But if someone has a little stool, or maybe they've paid the money from Bed Bath and Beyond and got a squatty potty, so now they are mimicking the squatting position. And when the knees are up like this, mimicking the squatting position, that causes puborectalis to relax. And when puborectalis relaxes, then the colon opens and the contents is able to be released with ease. It takes a lot of pressure off the anus, which means it can prevent hemorrhoids, and it can even contribute to the healing of hemorrhoids.
The colon, or large intestine, is a vital part of the digestive system, responsible for waste removal and water absorption. When the colon isn't functioning well, you'll quickly notice symptoms like bloating, discomfort, or irregular bowel movements. Maintaining a healthy colon requires a holistic approach that combines diet, physical activity, and even small but effective daily habits. One of the best ways to support colon health is by adding fermented foods to your diet. Yogurt, sauerkraut, or kimchi not only add unique flavors, but also provide natural probiotics, beneficial bacteria that help balance your gut microbiome, improve digestion, and promote regular bowel movements. Pairing these with a cup of herbal tea, especially teas designed to aid digestion, can be incredibly soothing and effective for stimulating colon activity. Physical activity is another crucial factor. Just 20 to 30 minutes of daily movement, like walking or yoga, can encourage bowel motility and keep the digestive system running smoothly. Additionally, adjusting your posture during bathroom visits can significantly improve elimination. For instance, using a small stool like a squatty potty to elevate your feet helps create a natural squatting position. This posture not only feels comfortable, but also supports optimal colon function and reduces strain during elimination. Consistency is key. By making small changes to your diet, daily habits, and overall care, you'll notice not only better digestive health, but also improvements in your overall well-being. Have you tried any of these strategies yet? If not, start today and share your experiences with us.
Pineapple enzymes, that's a good question. Let me show you that. Now notice that the stomach releases pepsin, and the duodenum via the pancreas, trypsin and chymotrypsin. Those three are proteolytic enzymes. Proteolytic enzymes break down protein. And there are two plants that have proteolytic enzyme. One is the pineapple, and the pineapple has bromelain in it, and that is a proteolytic enzyme. And the papaya has papain in it. So proteolytic enzymes break down protein. So your proteolytic enzyme is trypsin and chymotrypsin and pepsin. And these also are proteolytic enzymes. The good news is you can buy bromelain and papain in a tablet form, a concentrated form. And I personally would prefer someone use the lemon juice or the cayenne pepper because it boosts your stomach to make its own. But if someone has pancreatic problems, pancreatitis, pancreas that is cancerous, they need the proteolytic enzymes. Many people with pancreatitis or pancreatic cancer die of malnutrition. Can you see why? Because the pancreas is the main organ of digestion. So if anyone has pancreatic problems, the proteolytic enzymes, papain and bromelain, are vital for them. Some products have something called porcine in it, and that's an enzyme extracted from the stomach of the pig. I'm not interested in that. So be mindful when you read your labels. And there are some herbs that are very bitter and they stimulate the release of digestive enzymes, liver enzymes and pancreatic, and that is gentian and dandelion and St. Mary's thistle, or sometimes it's called milk thistle. So the beauty of these three herbs is they will increase digestion in the stomach, they will increase the liver's ability to release its bile, and also pancreas. So those three herbs do those three. So they stimulate it to do it, where the bromelain and the papain, they basically can even take the place of those other proteolytic enzymes. And there ends our journey through the gastrointestinal tract.
To optimize digestion, it's important to consider both natural methods and supplements. A simple yet effective solution is using lemon water and cayenne pepper. Just a warm glass of water mixed with fresh lemon juice and a pinch of cayenne pepper can naturally stimulate stomach enzyme production, aiding digestion in a safe and natural way. It's a great morning routine to kickstart your digestive system for the day. For individuals facing pancreatic issues, such as pancreatitis or pancreatic cancer, digestive enzyme supplements are essential. Bromelain from pineapple or papain from papaya are natural proteolytic enzymes that support digestion and prevent malnutrition. These supplements help bridge the gap caused by insufficient enzyme production, allowing the body to better absorb vital nutrients. Remember, gut health goes beyond digesting food. It directly impacts your energy, mood, and even your immune system. Taking care of your gut is essentially taking care of your entire body. Build healthy habits like eating nutrient-dense foods, staying active, and managing stress to keep your digestive system in top shape. Thank you for joining me in today's video. I hope the information I shared has given you a better understanding of the importance of gut health and how to care for your digestive system. If you found this video helpful, don't hesitate to hit the like button and share it with your friends and family. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more valuable content about health and nutrition. If you have any questions or topics you'd like me to cover in future videos, please leave a comment below. Wishing you all good health, happiness, and a strong, well-cared-for digestive system. See you in the next video.